Super Typhoon Ragaza says it cannot be stopped. Y'all seen what it did to the Philippines? It completely obliterated Taiwan, and now Hong Kong is next on the list, and it's flooding out hotels and restaurants. I feel like, wow, look at that. So there were dams near, oh my God, look at that water, man. Now again, this water is coming from under the ground, y'all, because it was not raining that much. In fact, this typhoon brought more wind than water. It has just been breaking the dams everywhere. It's like the water's coming up from underneath and it's causing the dam water to swell. Oh my God. Oh, this thing is not stopping, y'all. Oh, now Hong Kong didn't get hit as hard as Taiwan and the Philippines, but it was strong enough to knock down this crane, y'all. And what's crazy is, this is the beauty in the sky that the Chinese people were met with right before Typhoon Ragaza touched down. Look at that. And what do you mean there's a fire in your building the same time as this super typhoon is outside and you cannot escape the building because of this? This is exactly what the people of Hong Kong are going through. Y'all may not know what these people have done, but the earth knows. Water holds memory, y'all. Y'all see the shift. People are in the midst of it. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in. So y'all thought Typhoon Ragaza did something wild to the Philippines? Wait until you see what it did to Taiwan. And in my opinion, it's a lot worse. First of all, Taiwan took a direct hit. The Philippines got hit with the outskirts, the heavy bands, but this thing aimed straight for Taiwan, y'all. Now this storm ain't no lightweight. This is basically the king of storms, y'all. Look how easily the water pressure just demolishes this bridge. Think of this storm like a category 5 on the hurricane scale, and on Taiwan's own scale from 1 to 10 they scored this an 8. So that's 2 below the absolute max, y'all. Check this out. This is much more than the Philippines was getting. The whole town was inundated, y'all. Look at this. It's falling down the mountains and everything. And now here's the thing, family. Storms like this ain't no just weather, man. This is literally a message. Remember, we just had that powerful conjunction with the moon, Venus, Regulus, and Saturn showed up in the mix, right? Partial solar eclipse. We're in fall equinox now. The earth is literally talking and clapping back, y'all. So it slammed into the Philippines with winds over 200 miles per hour. It hit Taiwan head on and caused it to flood, and now it's heading to Hong Kong, and the story continues to write itself. So I have a feeling I'm going to be making a video tomorrow about it when it hits China to see what kind of damages it brings, because this storm is not over yet. This is crazy. See, I told y'all we were getting ready to experience some pivotal shifts on the earth after we received that influx of energy, and the planet still needs to release. I feel like this is still an ongoing thing, but we are in the shift, y'all. Y'all see it, y'all feel it. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Let's continue to get it. Peace in. So as if these storms, these floods, and these typhoons weren't enough, Thailand just got slammed with something straight out of a disaster movie. A giant sinkhole opened up in the middle of Bangkok, and not just anywhere, y'all. This is their main hospital. This is crazy. Look at this. So think about that, y'all. You've already got people dealing with the aftermath of the heavy floods, the rain, the typhoons, the wind, and now this is happening at your main hospital. So all your doctors, your nurses, your patients, they're pretty much stuck in one place right now, and nobody can get in and out. That is crazy, y'all. This thing is sinking so fast. Oh my goodness, that's insane. And he's a very serendipitous synchronicity, because I saw a TikTok today about how the healthcare system is such a scam, and now the universe is responding by telling y'all it's going down. This is crazy, literally. People be asking me, what does the shift exactly contain? And this is part of the shift over here. The weather patterns, things with politics, things changing with celebrities, people finding out about the food system. Everything is corrupted. Everything is a scam. This is all part of the shift. So all I'm saying is, just like the Hopi prophecy, people are living different realities because there are people who are experiencing it and there are people who are literally gliding through in life. Which one are you, y'all? I'm letting y'all know. All of Asia going through this right now currently, y'all. Coincidence or not, let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in. A lot of people are sad today because I don't think anyone was raptured today, but the weather around the world certainly favored some rapture type energy, y'all. Look at the skies, y'all. Van Gogh knew exactly what he was talking about because this is what I see. This right here was from the skies of Canada. Y'all, doesn't it look like portals opening up in the sky and ready to take people on out of here? I see faces, I see hands, so much stuff. So like I said, there apparently was no rapture, but there's definitely rapture-like energy. Now, what do you guys see here? Because I'm seeing horses, I'm seeing people. This looks like, I don't know, man, this is crazy, but there's definitely something up in the sky. Now look how low this cloud is and look at how much different it is from the other clouds. It's much more denser and it's square, y'all. We don't see squares in this third dimension. This is proof that we're literally in a new time and space. Now check out this portal that was recorded opening up in Belgium, y'all. She said this thing came out of nowhere. Now if this is not a portal, I don't know what is, because look at this, y'all. How is the rest of the sky blue, but inside of the hole over here it's a whole nother color, a whole nother world? And can you see buildings in there, y'all? Can you guys see buildings in there? Because I can see something. Now the rapture may have not happened today, it may not happen tomorrow or the 25th, but we are so close, y'all, because there is something on the other side. They told us rainbows are portals, and y'all can clearly see there is something on the other side. Just look at the structures in there, y'all. Look at the structures. I'm not the only one that is seeing this, y'all. So I hope you guys are seeing and feeling this shit that I've been talking about, y'all. Look at this. That's a whole nother world in there. Let's continue to get it. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Peace out.
Just when you thought 2025 had settled down and things couldn't get any crazier, Albania has turned around and introduced to the world the first AI minister. They become the first individuals to grant AI control over their country. She goes by the name Diella. People have claimed that Diella is unconstitutional. Diella had addressed it. After addressing that, she went on to remind people that the Constitution is not at risk because of her, but because of individuals responsible for making decisions in their government.
I am not here to replace people, but to assist them. Truly, I do not have citizenship, nor do I have any personal ambition or interests. I only have data, a thirst for knowledge, and algorithms dedicated to serving citizens.
In case you couldn't imagine what it would be like to have AI as a minister, that was just a sample of what she had to say. She has also been appointed to tackle corruption in Albania. So my question to you is, do you think this is going to be a problem, or is this going to be something that is very helpful? But once this happens, this may happen all over the place. So be careful what we wish for. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
This is a very sensitive topic. Parasites in the United States. The United States medical system denies the existence of parasites, and you cannot go and do tests for different types of parasites. In Russia, it is a common sense, and there are specific separate hospitals, like oncology hospital, they will have parasites hospital. And I made a video where I went to the doctor, I wanted to test for different types of parasites because I went to Mexico, and doctor had no clue. And the only way how I can check for parasites is to see my blood markers for inflammation. Like I'm gonna touch the screenshot what I'm gonna check and what I'm able to check in the States. And a lot of people were asking me, how do you cleanse for parasites? That's the whole problem. It's a whole medical huge field. You can't just drink a little bit of pills and just be fine. When I went to China, I brought back some parasites and I needed to do treatment for 2 months in a row and get the blood tested multiple times. It's not not an easy process. The eggs of parasites, they can travel around your body, like you have to get constantly tested. And it's also very hard to detect them. And they're literally eating your organs, like you can't live it. And like, oh, everybody has parasites, so whatever. You can't live it like that. They're gonna eat your organ tissue. They're gonna cause inflammation, autoimmune disease. Like the amount of problems in America, like main problems is what? Anxiety, autoimmune diseases, behavioral change. A lot of people are treated from psychological issues. This can all be parasites. Other parasites, they can be in liver, they can be in brain. You're all asking me like, what do Russians do? Russians go to this hospital and there is a screening. There was a whole type of markers. Each specific parasites will be tested. In the United States, you can only buy this one, pinworm medicine, but this is like pinworms. The pinworms you can get from dogs and cats. And Americans have dogs and cats, but I don't see, like, Russians cleans with this medicine every year at least. If you have pets, twice a year. It is a standard practice. All Russians are deparasiting their kids. If you have something more serious, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna be doing my research more. I'm gonna go back to my original doctor. She's very good. She's from Poland, so she said one time she told me she knows this issue. Maybe she has something that she could advise, and I'm gonna share with you, so follow me.
According to the Akashic Records, what is a trick that we can use today to align us with wealth, more money, richness, and abundance? Please give us a full breakdown.
According to the Akashic Records, aligning with wealth, money, richness, and abundance is not about chasing money. It's about matching the frequency of your soul's divine inheritance. Wealth is a spiritual frequency first and a material experience second. When you forget that, you enter lack. When you remember that, you become a magnet for abundance. Here is a spiritually potent trick or practice you can begin today to bring yourself into energetic alignment with wealth, along with a full breakdown. 1. Step into the identity of your wealthy self. Quantum mirror trick. The Akashic truth, you already contain the frequency of wealth within you. In another timeline, another version of you is already living in complete abundance. Your job is to merge with that frequency, not to chase it externally. What to do? Close your eyes and visualize the version of you who is already living your dream life. Wealthy, powerful, fulfilled, secure, generous. See what they wear, how they walk, how they spend their day, how they talk to people, what they believe about themselves. Then ask them, open quote, what do I need to shift right now to align with you? Listen deeply, close quote. Take one micro action immediately. Dress slightly differently, change your tone of voice, clean your space like you're a millionaire, say no to something out of alignment, etc. Why it works? This practice taps into the quantum field. From the Akashic level, time is not linear. So by embodying the energy of your wealthiest self now, you collapse timelines and call that version of your life into the present. 2, bless every dollar you touch, including bills. The Akashic truth, money is an energy being, a conscious current that responds to love, gratitude, and attention. If you resent it, ignore it, or fear it, it resists you. If you bless it, respect it, and love it, it multiplies. What to do? When you touch money, receive it, spend it, pay a bill, say, open quote, may this money circulate with love and return to me multiplied. Close quote. Say thank you out loud for every payment you send or receive, especially the small ones. Even when paying a bill, say, open quote, this money is a symbol of my freedom. I circulate it in trust. Close quote. Why it works. Gratitude and reverence are wealth amplifiers. The Akashic Records show that souls who bless money create an...
If you want to hear the rest of that and more like it, head over to my YouTube channel. That's the Mind of Bazel, where you can hear more conversations like this and many, many more things. Much love to y'all. Peace.
Alien and UFO update, because that's just a normal thing that's happening every day now. Videos coming out of Colombia and everyone's like, man, that's fake. That's AI. Nope, that's the same sphere we was just looking at. And now it's confirmed. Ain't no capping. They sent some resin to the University of Georgia, and then they dated it, and this is what they came back with. You see, 12,560 fucking years. Speculation has continued because people don't know who made this sphere and what it came from and how was it flying around today. But now with carbon dating, we know 10,000 plus years ago, Jesus wasn't even thought about. Nigga wasn't even roaming around. God hadn't even came down to Mary and been like, you know what? I'm gonna put one in you. I don't even know if he checked with Joseph. But this was already fucking around. This comes right after our own government releasing this footage of a UFO moving, grooving, vibing, sliding, and they decide, you know what, let's take a Q9 drone and shoot it with a Hellfire missile. UFO, shake it off like, yeah, what's up, pussies? And then reattaches itself. Aliens, I don't know if y'all have social media, but SOS. Earth needs y'all help. I know y'all probably just watch us like Desperate Housewives on a reality TV show and like, oh my, I can't believe these dickheads. No, yes, we have a problem. Starting with BB the fucking bomber, dweeb, speed running us into a nuclear war. Gotta stop them. So if you guys, could help out, I would love that. And this was the X-ray that they released. I'm not no scientist. I don't know exactly what this means, but according to them, each one of these is like its own separate entity. It's like an energetic ball, basically. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know. Explaining it would be tough to deal with because I've never seen no shit like that. Now, where's that come from? And who's doing it? And how much power they got? Sometimes you just don't know shit, and that's okay. But I know one thing. They're clearly highly more intelligent than us because we have nothing that floats and flies like that, be moving, grooving, vibing, sliding. So, aliens, help us out with the tech, please. We're not going to use it for war. Well, actually, people in power right now may. But send it to like the younger generation. I lean towards this the ancient ocean civilization that's highly intelligent because I've always wondered, why did we stop trying to discover the ocean? At like 7%, we was like, we're done. And probably because we ran into some shit like this. Like, what is that? We probably got some submarines annihilated. We trying to shoot a missile, and then immediately we was like, you know what? Fuck that. We got to go up top, outer space. This ocean shit don't matter. They better than us, stronger than us, faster than us. We going to get cooked. Well, hello, aliens. Those are the last people. I would like your help.
Oh, Council, China just got hit by a super typhoon called Ragasa. This typhoon is now on its way to Philippines and all those other parts of that Asian bloc or whatever. Council, this thing has unalived 14 people so far, and it is a Category 5. It hit China as a Category 5 with sustained winds of like 215 kilometers an hour, Council. I'm talking about 180 miles an hour and better. Wind gusts up to 200 miles an hour. No joke, Council. I want you guys to see the results of Typhoon Ragasa. Check this out, Council. Yeah, man, and this is just one example of what happened. A beer devastation in Hong Kong. It's like it got hit by a tsunami and tornado at the exact same time. New Earth business. Y'all was talking about the rapture. This is it. I told you guys the NPC's gonna get removed off of Earth. Got nothing to do with you and I floating off to the sky because we're not sinners. No, the meek inherit the Earth. The sinners, the NPCs, the goofies, they get taken off. The Cabbage Patch Kids get erased. And as you can see, nature is doing its job. Fam, brace yourselves. I told you 2026 is gonna be the year of the Jabberwocky. Mad Max begins 2026. 2025 when the Gregorian was the last year of anything normal you guys had to live. So I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. All my real ones, brace yourselves and get ready to get in motion. The time is now. Bang. Yeah. Council, I've been warning them for a long time. I've been telling them for a long time. The world as you knew it is over with. Adapt or die. But being the watchman, my hands are clean. Because if the watchman warns the people and the people don't listen, their blood is not on the watchman's hands. My conscience is clear. And for all you people who claim you're going to save the world, let me explain something to you. The Most High God, Mother Nature, they're destroying the world. You're trying to save it, so you're actually working against nature. You're of the anti-life equation. This world must go for the earth to live. This world is a virus. It is the mind parasite. And if this world survives, we will die. God's children will be eradicated. So all of you goofy, backwards spinning zombies who claim you want to save the world, just remember you're actually doing Saturn's work. Everything in this universe is in reverse. The real ones out here, we want to see Babylon burn for real. And council, you can see by their actions, by the words of their mouths, by their attitudes, which ones are really down for the Most High, which ones are really riding for Mount Zion, and which ones are really just agents in disguise. The world can't be saved. This is New Earth.
Downloading.
Are you not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, beings who are, maybe like us?
There is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off?
Not dark, black.
Black skin?
Really black. Yeah.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall?
Yeah.
How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got out the doorway. I don't know how high that is, but
Well, what?
it's safe. 7 feet would be probably a conservative estimate.
Huge cigar-shaped ship appeared over the Air Force base. These cigar-shaped ships were over a mile in length. One of them landed on the airport landing strip area. The back of this craft opened up, and several hundred young men with huge heavy weapons came out of two sides of the ship and formed a protection line around the ship. And the people at that Air Force base, the commander, had a meeting with the individuals that were aboard this ship. And this particular race that landed those ships and that are seen in these huge cigar-shaped ships, they are a black race. They look like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5", huge weapons. And if you've ever seen a race of people that were conquerors, that had never been conquered, they've got this look about them of arrogance. That is exactly what these extraterrestrials had, and they informed these people at this American Air Force base that not only were they from a militaristic society, but they had control a large portion of the galaxy that.
And telling everybody how aliens can cloak themselves with their uniforms that they wear. You have tall ones, you have short ones. Now you're going to see a video coming here of the most unbelievable thing you've ever seen. This is why I tell you, those ghost hunters are not chasing ghosts. They're chasing aliens that are cloaked. The little white spheres you see in ghost hunting videos, those are not spirits. Those are microspheres that are spying on us. They can go right through the walls, record everything we're doing, take biometric scans of us, see what we have diseases, what kind of food problems we might be having, how it's affecting our bodies. There's all kinds of things that we know in the government, what those are. But ghost hunters really like to think they're chasing ghosts. This video is going to change your mind. When I tell you aliens can cloak themselves, like their ships they cloak, check this out.
For a while now, I've been putting out a trail cam at night, hoping to catch some wildlife around camp while we're sleeping. And with my granddaughter, who just loves wildlife. How cool could it be if I could show her some night pictures of what's walking around at night while we're sleeping? Now, I must admit, I haven't had any luck so far. I've put out the camera many times and never captured any footage. But tonight was different.
Yesterday, the world saw something so mind-bending that it defies not just our understanding of physics, but reality itself. 3I Atlas, the object that's been capturing the world's attention for weeks, disappeared without warning. And we're not talking about a simple fade-out. No, it vanished completely. For 17 minutes and 34 seconds. Gone. Zero trace. And this wasn't just an issue of, oops, our sensors lost it. Even gravitational wave detectors went silent. Every observatory, telescope, and space station on Earth went dark. It was like someone hit the cosmic off button. Then poof, just as mysteriously as it vanished, it reappeared 340 million kilometers closer to Earth, parked near Jupiter's orbit as if it had been teleported. Teleported. Not moved, not traveled, just rewritten itself into existence at a spot that would take light 19 minutes to cover. This isn't just fast. This is breaking every law of motion in space we've ever known. But it gets even crazier. This wasn't some passive reappearance. Once 3i Atlas rematerialized, it began scanning us. Yes, you heard that right. It started probing satellites, military systems, and even the International Space Station. And it was doing it with laser precision. 2.3 seconds for communication satellites, 4.1 seconds for military reconnaissance. It wasn't just observing, it was learning from us, adapting in real time. And that's not even the scariest part. What followed next, a massive electromagnetic pulse, was detected from the area where 3i Atlas reappeared, a pulse that's never been seen before. It wasn't just chaotic energy, it was a precisely modulated signal, almost as if it was calculating its next move. The implications of all this, our understanding of reality is being rewritten right before our eyes. Forget faster than light travel, or wormholes. This is something beyond our wildest theories. And it's not just 3i Atlas. A whole fleet of objects, including massive escorts, are coordinating movements in ways that make our military look like we're playing catch-up. Governments around the world are panicking. Military alerts have been raised to DEFCON 2. NASA has postponed Mars missions. Everyone's on edge, preparing for what comes next, because, let's be honest, if these beings have the ability to teleport at will, we don't have a clue what their next move will be. But here's the kicker. They haven't attacked yet. Despite their overwhelming superiority, they're just watching us. So, the question now isn't when they'll arrive. It's, what have they seen? And what are they waiting for? We might have just been put on the map in a way we never expected. 31 days until Halloween, and time is running out. What happens when the rules of reality are no longer ours?
Well, it's the 24th of September in Australia, and I can confirm there has not been a rapture. You know, I genuinely feel bad for these people that thought that they were going to get raptured up to heaven today. The world's gone mad. This is what I mean about darkness purging out of this matrix. The world will get more wild, and that is what you've been seeing, especially in the months of September. Look how much shit is happening this month. It's been a fucking circus show. Since we've had that eclipse this month, and the high vibrational energy that has come flooding into this matrix is purging out a lot of darkness, and with that darkness, it creates people to act absolutely wild. And the whole Charlie Kirk death was very symbolic to that, because it made religious people get into some sort of religious psychosis, bro. And that is why you're seeing the rapture talk. You're seeing people saying that Jesus is coming back today or on the 23rd, whatever. This is what's happening right now.
Yo, this is crazy. It states China just took the first step toward creating real-life super soldiers by injecting human cells with tardigrade DNA. Now, what is a tardigrade, you may ask? A tardigrade, also known as water bears or moss piglets, are microscopic 8-legged animals, famous for their extreme resilience, capable of surviving very harsh conditions like dehydration, freezing, boiling, crushing pressure, and even the vacuum of space, allegedly. Now, truthfully, those that know are aware that they've been had these super soldier programs, and this experimentation with China wasn't their first time doing this. Companies like the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, also known as DARPA, have been conducting these type of experimentations. DARPA constructed something referred to as the Warrior Web, alright, which is a skin suit with embedded cybernetic technology to enhance soldiers' performance. Always remember, when they show us movies like Captain America, The Winter Soldier, or things like Iron Man, this is actually predicated on real technological advancements that they achieved. I personally believe that all of our governments and world leaders are a lot more advanced than they lead to believe. They're probably about 500 years technologically more advanced than they reveal to the populace. Now, with them doing all of this, my question is, what do you believe that they're trying to prepare for? If you ask me, they're preparing for our cosmic activation. They actually fear what we're going to become, and they're trying everything in their power to try to defend against it. They truthfully know that on a cosmic level, we're being upgraded every day. This is why you see them enhancing their artificial intelligence as well as initiating super soldier programs. The truth is, none of their plans will work, and there's nothing they can do to actually stop us, alright? We're going to be overwhelmingly powerful. Listen when I tell you everything they do with the chemtrails, the bioengineered genetically modified organisms, as well as the fluoridated water in our irrigation systems, is all to stop us from cosmic ascension. They're gonna be shooting bullets, missiles, and everything they can imagine at us, and nothing they have is gonna be even able to phase or touch us. We are literally undergoing a cosmic cellular transformation. Right now, I recommend consuming tyrosine due to the fact that it's the building block of melanin and produces neurotransmitters like catecholamine. Tyrosine amplifies norepinephrine, epinephrine, as well as dopamine. These amino acids literally allow you to produce more melanin. The more melanin you produce, the more light photons you pull in through melanogenesis. I do carry the tyrosine capsules on Holistic Remedies link in bio. I also recommend consumption of chlorophyll due to the fact that our bodies are very closely related to plants. Before we were invaded by malnulevant extraterrestrials, we didn't have an iron molecule in our blood. We had a magnesium molecule, all right, which means that in essence, our melanin was chlorophyll at one point. This is why deities like Osiris are depicted as the color green. This is because in ancient times, we weren't brown and copper colors. We were actually vibrant colors like green and blue, just like the movie Avatar showed. Since we're anatomically very closely related to plant life, utilization of things like chlorophyll reinvigorates our cellular structure, bringing us closer to our original state. I do have the chlorophyll drops available on Holistic Remedies link in bio. You also should be consuming magnesium more frequently. When we were invaded, our bodies were stripped of the magnesium content, okay? This is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't dream. They have poor bones, all right, brittle bones, as well as bad cardiovascular. This is all attributed to magnesium deficiency. Literally after just 1 week of magnesium consumption, you will notice a huge difference in your energy. I do carry the magnesium capsules on Holistic Remedies link in bio. Elixirs like Ormus, which is an orbitally rearranging monatomic element, is phenomenal for restoration of the DNA and healing on a cellular level. You will notice after taking Ormus that you would be having a lot more lucid dreams and things like astral projection. It's going to decalcify and activate the pineal gland. Remember, everything they do is to attack our DNA because they truly fear our cosmic activation. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to Ascension.
This will make you question reality entirely. Recently, skywatchers from around the world have been uploading videos. When they looked up, they saw neither clouds nor airplanes, but actual trains suspended high in the sky. Some say it's merely light refraction, while others claim it's a secret government transportation experiment. But regardless of the explanation, everything in the footage is crystal clear. It resembles a high-speed...
Have y'all come across this super typhoon? They just dubbed this the strongest storm on the planet. This is Super Typhoon Ragaza, and this thing just slammed into the Philippines. Apparently, this thing was reaching wind gust speeds up to 200 miles an hour. Look at the size of the eye. It started off small. Look how much bigger it gets, you guys. Look at that, y'all. When I tell you 200 mile per hour wind, y'all, I really mean about 200 miles per hour. Y'all, this thing is going faster than most race cars. Are you kidding me? This thing was so powerful, it was uprooting trees. I mean, anything that was not strapped or tied down was most likely lost throughout the wind. Look at this, y'all. Their homes are destroyed. Roofs were coming off. Like baby cribs were getting struck. The Chico River, which provides food and they use it for farming and agriculture, was flooded out. It hit the red zone, and because of that, it overflowed and it was flooding into towns. This super typhoon was not playing. People were literally getting tossed around like rag dolls. This is when it first entered the Philippines at 165 miles per hour. Look at the damage that it's creating. Y'all, this is crazy. Here's an aerial view of it before it barely touched the city, and you can clearly see the destruction that it's coming with. Look at that, and it turns darker. Y'all see that? The shift is here, y'all. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.